hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station.
And he won another award.
But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's the Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Yeah, you must have given horseback passes to the right guy, Stephen.
Well, giddy up.
And Packy Smith's Shetland pony is right alongside.
All righty, folks, we got a dang good show today, boys. We got a dang good show today.
Yeah.
You got to turn on the mics.
We got Sherry here
We
this
got
morning.
a dang good show today, boys. We got Sherry in with us. She's already started on me already. Ain't even got out of the
Hey,
chute.
I haven't seen you in like 2 or 3. What are those on your? What is
Oh,
that?
my
disgusting
Lord.
Looking
That's
thing.
Rex Walls brought us some pickled eggs.
Oh,
Yeah, with ramps.
oh.
And spices.
I want to know the day you're going to eat those because I'm definitely not going to be here
I'm
the
gonna
next
give it-
day because I know what
I
you're
like to
going
let
smell
them
like.
soak a little longer. They've been in there about a month, but I'm going to let them go a little longer. We're going to get, Packy ain't never had one, but anyway.
I've never had one of those either.
So Willis,
You haven't missed anything.
we're going to have are you kidding? They're like fantastic.
It's the smell afterward.
Oh, who cares about that? Good Lord of mercy. I'm all about it. It's worth it. I guarantee it. But
I wonder
anyway,
if your wife feels that way.
she helps me make them things. Of course, I ain't never tried no with ramps in them. Rex brought them to us, and man, like I said, I'm letting them soak. So there they are, and we'll have a day we pop the lid on them things and let Packy and Steve try them. They never have tried them. Gonna change their life forever.
We'll bring in the griddle and we can fry up some Vienna sausages.
I'm gonna tell you right now. After Packy
Spam.
tries one of these eggs, he'll quit the Catholic religion and go Baptist. Steve will probably start going to church.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Now, how similar is that to deviled eggs? Now, I love
Oh,
deviled
man.
eggs.
Not even
Not even
close.
What is
Not.
that?
Yeah, not
Grab
even
one of
close.
those
Hey, in 1980, the Honeysuckle Rose, starring Willie Nelson, opened across America.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was a good movie, no doubt. And then in '82, Willie Nelson was #1 with "Always on My Mind." You're always on my mind.
That was in '82?
Yep, sure was. No doubt. How about that?
Huh.
Yep.
How old were you then? 5?
Well, no, the reason I was thinking about, yeah, no kidding. No, but I saw this movie about Elvis one time, and he was singing that song, or at least it was playing in the background. So I thought, did Willie Nelson write that song?
No.
Or was that just a cover?
It was a cover.
I see. Got it.
But I don't know for sure. I'm
I
not.
always thought that was Willie Nelson's song. That's the reason I was asking. I didn't realize.
No.
it was-
I
I get
don't
you.
know who wrote that. Somebody let us know who wrote that. Hey, in 1986, let's say, wait a minute. Columbia Records' decision not to renew Johnny Cash's contract. They dropped Johnny Cash in 1986.
That was smart, I'm sure.
Wow. And Garth Brooks was #1 in 1990 with The Dance. Remember The Dance?
Mm-hmm.
That was really a pretty cool
I like
song.
that song.
Brad Paisley was #1 with Water. Love Brad Paisley. You remember Water?
No.
You don't remember the song Water?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
Marty
yes.
Robbins did that.
He did one.
Cool, Clear
Water.
Ooh,
Keep
no,
him
I know
moving,
that
Dan.
song. That's
Don't
the-
you
that's the
listen
old
to him,
cowboy
Dan.
song.
He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads
You have
the
to be
bird.
able to yodel if you're going to sing
Yeah,
that song.
that's a good cowboy
Go ahead,
song. I
Steven.
like that.
2015 Girl Crush with Little Big Town. I remember that was kind of controversial. There's like, what the heck, man? This is a girl crush. What? But it's actually not if you listen to the words. So anyway, we're gonna jump over here because we've got Ziggy over here with some birthdays. Are you ready? Wait a minute. Are you ready, Packy?
Who is?
Are you?
Sorry,
You're
have
Ziggy
you
now?
Got the, have you got the tune?
Are you ready, Packy?
Got the tune queued up? Okay, bring it up hot. All right, today in the country music birthday category, Ricky Skaggs, born in 1954. And here we go.
There you go.
Thank you, Packy.
Thank you, Packy.
He's the best.
That gets everybody
Keep it going,
moving.
right? Rest of the show
How-
on
Yeah,
repeat.
you just let it run, yeah.
He had some good songs, though. He
Hair
did.
talk, you can hear it sing.
He
I
had
don't
good-
know, man. Bluegrass songs. You heard one. You heard them both.
Yeah, but he did have some other. He had other stuff besides bluegrass. He did that song with Vince Gill, "High Up on the Mountain."
Oh, we can't talk about Vince Gill.
I love Vince.
We
Gill.
can't. He's barred from our show.
No.
Yeah, he is.
Just because
did he
you're-
refuse to
just
do an
because
interview
you're
with
in-
us?
No, because he's in love with Gary Chapman.
I'm in love with Gary Chapman.
I saw a thing about Ricky Skaggs, and he was up there playing. Somebody was telling me about this, and he was playing with all these classically trained musicians. And,
Right.
they were all doing this big show, and then he got up and did one, and the person watched said he was 10 times better than anybody that was on that stage. When he
Yeah.
got up there, it was so apparent that he was
He is
just
definitely
blew him out of the
natural
water.
talent.
Yeah.
A
Just
natural
like Packy is.
professional.
Just like me.
Packy,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a
that a
natural
lot.
talent.
Hey, it's National Get Out of the Doghouse Day. National Get Out
Well,
of the Doghouse.
here's your chance, Stephen.
Yeah.
Don't eat those eggs.
Yeah. National Carver Day. Am I saying that right? Carver? Carver? What the heck is
Caviar.
Oh,
It's,
caviar.
it's roe. It's fish. It's fish eggs.
You know, it's Rose.
Y'all talking about
Stephen, Rose.
caviar, and I have got pickled eggs. I mean, come on. And sour candy day. Anyway,
You'll just eat anything.
I don't care. I don't care. We got a young lady on today, TJ Flynn. She's gonna be Finn. She is got a new book out. She is like involved in everything. I mean, I sent y'all all the stuff that she does. She's with the Chamber of Commerce out in Texas. She's does a music in a deal with music.
Like
help me out.
event planning.
Yeah, she does
Brings
that.
all these acts in.
Yeah, she's got a book out where she's actually raising her. It's a sad thing because she had one of her kids passed away, and she's having to raise her kids. She wrote a book about how to go about
Her
doing
grandchildren.
Yeah,
Yeah.
raising your grandchildren.
There's a lot of grandparents.
There's a lot of
raising
people doing that.
Grandchildren.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. A lot of people do that. Hey, y'all, you forgot Vin Diesel. You didn't have a song for Vin Diesel.
I didn't know he sang.
How about Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Nelson.
It's Richard Branson's birthday.
Oh yeah,
No, he's somebody. He's pretty awesome.
he's got. He's pretty rich too, ain't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty rich.
Yeah. Virgin Records, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
2K Baby, the rapper of the day. 2K Baby.
2K.
Molly Brown, the Titanic survivor.
Birthday?
Yeah.
How about
Molly
that?
Brown.
Oh, and John Glenn, man. I tell you, whether you
Yeah.
like his politics or not, man, that dude right there rocked.
Yeah. No kidding.
I mean, honestly.
national hero.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. All right, well, let's jump to a break, see if we can get this young lady in, see what's going on out there in Texas.
Texas.
That's your part of the
Don't
country.
be talking mess about Texas.
I like Texas. I've got to where I like to go out there and look at it when it gets cool. When is it cool? It's just like one day a year it gets.
December 24th.
That's when it's cool. Only day it's cool. Folks, we'd like to thank More Insurance Services. They've served us for a long time. They got a weekend show, talks about a lot of the stuff you need to know on insurance. They got me and Packy Insurance, so give them a call. We appreciate that. We'll be right back with TJ Finn.
And now with more news for Western North Carolina and North Georgia, I'm Jeff Batten. The Union County Schools are within 30 days of unveiling the renovations for the College and Career Academy. The fire marshal is about ready to give the green light, and the touch-ups are finishing in time for the first school day, August the 12th. School Superintendent John Hill says completion of the additional building for construction and automotive technology puts under-roof square footage at about 29,000. He also projects a significant increase in enrollment to those programs and to the engineering and metalworks programs. And that's a good thing, he says, given the labor shortage in those industries.
You know, when you talk to people in the industry right now, they cannot find people in the metal trades industry, welding and metal fab and construction, automotive technology, anybody that can work on a vehicle. That's a high demand fields right now.
The College and Career Academy is principally for Union County 9th through 12th graders, but Towns County students are also welcome, provided there is enrollment space. The funds came mostly from a $3 million grant from the state of Georgia 2 years ago and is a partnership with North Georgia Technical College, Young Harris College, and the University of North Georgia. If you live in Clay County and missed a deadline to enroll in the inclusive preschool program, there are a few spots left. A press release indicates that there are limited spots remaining in the upcoming school year, provided that the child lives in Clay County and will be 4 years old on or before August the 31st. You can reach out to Lisa Birch at the Hayesville Primary School. And District Congressman Andrew Clyde has followed through on his promise to demand that the University of Georgia discontinue the practice of targeting crisis pregnancy centers. It has been alleged that the state's flagship school was publishing the addresses of Athens area centers that advocate a pro-life stance. and that such a practice would encourage violence toward them. Clyde and fellow Republican Congressman Jody Heiss authored a letter last week to UGA President Jerry Moorhead, in effect asking that UGA stop the practice. The school has yet to respond to the letter. Andrew Clyde represents Towns, Union, and Fannin counties. If you see news in the making, please call 706-379-9770, and please download the free WJRB app. For Pat Malone and Mike Ziegenbein, I'm Jeff Patton.
It's a fan favorite, and it's back at Tri-County Racetrack in Brasstown. Ray Cook and the gang present the Schaefer's Oil Southern National Series 4053 to win. The night will feature a full racing program, including the 602 late models, the open-wheel modified, street stock, front-wheel drives, and more. It's the Schaefer's Oil Southern National Series 4053 to win on Thursday, July 28th. For more details and the full racing schedule, visit their website at tricountyracetrack.net.
What's that old saying about real estate? Location is everything? Well, you could say the same about retirement living at Simpson Estates of Wesley Village in Blairsville. The mountains, the views, the bright fall leaves, the powdery snow. Simpson Estates is just outside of Blairsville, where residents own their own homes. Contact Kevin Queen at 706-745-5565 to arrange a visit. For persons 55 years and older who are drawn to the idea of living independently at the Simpson Estates at Wesley Woods in Blairsville.
Saving for retirement can mean different things for different people. Not every situation is the same. I'm Gary Anderson with Anderson Advisors in Young Harris. For almost 30 years, I have worked with families to assist in maintaining and producing income in retirement, to make sure you don't outlive your money, and to prepare you for the unexpected. For more information, give me, Gary Anderson, a call, 888-371-2847, or visit the website, gary-anderson.com.
Don't miss the Summer Home and Garden Show this weekend, July 23rd and 24th in Hiawassee, Young Harris, Georgia. Everything for your home and garden. Free professional home and garden advice. The Home and Garden Show, Saturday and Sunday at the Towns County Recreation and Conference Center. Admission and parking is free. Sponsored by the News Observer, the North Georgia News, the Clay County Progress, the Cherokee Scout, the Towns County Herald, and 95.1 FM WJRB.
Shop the hot summer savings event at Carolina Furniture and Mattress Outlet going on now. Summer is heating up with 60% off retail on everything in stock. You'll love our selection. We have home furnishings in stock and ready to take home or have delivered. Living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, and home accents are on sale. Save 60% off retail on everything in the store. Shop the hot summer savings event at Carolina Furniture and Mattress Outlet in Hayesville. Don't miss it.
Lake 97.7 is now streaming everywhere.
I sent him into the future.
Well, not exactly the future. I mean, apps have been around for a while. All the heart, soul, and rock and roll you can handle is now an app. Just search WJUL in the Google Play or App Store. Download the free app, and you can listen to all of the greatest music that ever lived anywhere. Lake 97.7 is on your smart device. Download the WJUL app now.
The Morning Dish.
At the beginning of a new week, people see things differently, like why they're locked into their monster insurance carrier and paying higher premiums than their next-door neighbor. If that's you, you need to speak with More Insurance Services, an independent agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. We got a lady that has covered everything. She's a full-time college student working on her master's in human development and counseling. We could use a little bit of that here on the show. She owns Sizzling Media and Events, Bastrop Photography.
Photography.
Photography. I must keep going. A co-host on Weekly Talk Show with Bastrop
Why do you
Mayor.
keep getting people smarter than you on?
Because I like to be.
Well, that's almost everybody.
Well, you do anyway. This is unreal. But anyway, she's got a brand new book out that we're going to be talking about. And everything else we got, Miss TJ Finn. How are you, girl?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you bringing me on.
Oh, Lord. I just keep on talking about all the stuff that you're doing. Do you ever got any downtime?
You know, when I wrote the list to you and you asked me what I did after I was done, I was tired.
I can imagine. That's right.
Golly.
Ooh, Lord of mercy.
This kind of becomes normal, you know, after a while when you're so busy and you got that fast pace, you don't realize how much you really do, you know, it's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. You know, we're actually going to take off, me and my wife, we're going on a trip next week, and it takes about 3 or 4 days for your brain to settle down where you can actually start enjoying yourself. Because you
Absolutely.
you're always wide open. But anyway, tell us, got a book? Y'all go to tjfinnauthor.com, and she's got all her information here. But this book, that you've got out there is a dinosaur in my whirlpool bath, which is it's a book that you've wrote about raising your grandchild. Can you tell us a little bit about how that all started?
So, unfortunately, last summer,
right?
Well, we'll go back March of last year. My daughter was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma cancer. She's 26 years old.
Right.
You think of melanoma cancer and you think of skin cancer, and you're going to know, it's very curable all the way up to stage 3.
Right.
Some in stage 4. But unfortunately, Tiffany started internally, so there were no warnings, and that tells you why it's so important for you to have regular checkups, because sometimes you don't know, you don't get that warning, unless you look a little deeper, right?
Right.
And so she was diagnosed with the cancer on March 19th, and by June 15th, she was gone.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, girl. Our hearts and prayers are with you, because I cannot imagine losing a child. I know what you must have went through with that. I mean, honestly, we really, yeah.
It was very whirlwind. We, really honestly barely had time to catch my breath.
Right.
When the time she was diagnosed, because it was fight. And it's such an aggressive cancer. It just, it metastasized immediately, to the brain, to the lungs, to the breasts, everywhere. And, it was rough. And, when Tiffany got sick, she said, Mom, I want you and Mike, which is her stepdad, to raise Liam. And of course, the answer was absolutely yes, if anything happens, but during that time, you're not thinking in that mode. You're thinking, you're praying for a miracle.
Absolutely.
And so once Tiffany passed away, of course, we, stepped in immediately. We were fortunate enough to barely have enough time to get all the paperwork, everything together that we needed to happen. But about 2 weeks after Tiffany passed away, I had put Liam to bed, and I went in. I was going to run me a hot bath like I, normally do. That's how all this stress I go through, that's how I relax. So I went into the whirlpool bath, and I reached down into the bottom, and there was a dinosaur. And I said, I can't do this. I'm old. I can't raise kids. I went through that whole poor little pitiful me. Oh no, I can't. What do I do? It's a different world than when my kids grew up. I have 8 children.
What?
And I would like to say I didn't strangle one of them, so I think I did okay.
When I got Sherry right here, there's a couple of hers we wondering about.
I tell you, I had 5 teenagers at one time, so it was a little stayed there for a bit. But we got through it. But they're all grown, and it was a different world that they grew up in. I mean, things are so different now than they were. And, it's very different when you're raising your child versus raising someone else's child, because there's legalities involved. There's things you don't know. And I sat down there on the side of the tub, and I had me a really good cry. And I said, what I need is a lot of really good resources, And after a while, I was like, wow, if I'm in this position, how many other people are in this same position where they're raising their grandchild or they're raising someone else's child,
right?
And they need these same resources. And so that's how the book came about.
Right. Well, that's, I never think about something like that. You never think about having to raise somebody else's child and then the resources. So now there's the book about, is it a story about as far as you raising your grandchild, or is it more of a go-to information style book?
Well, it is, I've always heard that you should teach a man to fish, not give a man a fish.
Right.
So that's really what the book does. So it talks a little bit about my story and what I'm going through. But it talks mainly about how you can get these resources that you need in your situation.
It's kind of a directory, right? I mean,
yeah, it really is.
sense,
And there's thousands of resources. There's an entire resource directory in the book.
Right.
Thousands of resources. They're by state, by topic.
Well, that was my next question, because you're in Texas, and how does this reach out to people in other states? So that's amazing. Really.
Yeah, so it's different in every state, the resources. So I actually, when I decided to do the book, I went state by state and said, okay, if I live in Georgia, what do I need to know versus if I live in Texas, and then if I live in Hawaii or Wyoming. So there is a state directory with resources by state, and then there's a lot of resources that are, national resources, and they apply to everyone, and those are by topic. So yeah, I think it's really well laid out. I actually had someone tell me that, look, this is the guide they should give you in the hospital when you have a baby, and go, here you go, this is how you do it.
That's it, because when you have a kid, they don't give you no directions.
There's no instructions.
No.
You have to take a test to drive a car,
give you
but
a
you
box
just get a baby.
They give you a box of diapers and send you out the door and say, make sure
They
you pay at
do,
the
yeah.
front.
Well, and to that point, I was going to say this. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of grandparents raising grandchildren and people raising
really?
children that are not their children. But this could be good for any parent.
Oh, absolutely.
That's looking for some help, resources. So, yeah.
I'm wondering if you could make a variation on this. This is the other Steve, because of this age of millennials and kids living at home with their parents. There's undoubtedly a situation where you've got your kids and maybe even your grandkids. So you could kind of change the title and relate it to grandparents raising their kids and grandkids at home that refuse to leave. You just change the title a little bit.
I know.
And you could sell that too.
Packy's mom would be all about that, I guarantee you.
How about my kids came back?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Look at all the ways you can take this.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Yeah, they tend to do that, don't they? Not only do they come back, they bring people with them.
Right? How unfair is that?
I mean, Packy moved next door, and his mom still goes across and cuts the crust off of his sandwiches.
There it is.
Goodness.
So, TJ, what was the big? I mean, you in this situation where you're raising this grandchild, you've raised 8 kids prior to this. Obviously, there's this, as you've determined here, and you've written a book about, there's this major learning curve. There is a difference that you sat there and you looked at this, and you're like, you know what? This is not only a struggle for me, but this is a major learning curve, and this is worthy of writing about. What would you say if you had to list maybe 1 or 2 things? What is the major difference being in the situation you are now that somebody that finds himself, unfortunately, in that same situation needs to know about, needs to read your book to find out about? What is the big difference?
Sure. So in my personal experience, a couple of things I came across is, when you raise your children, you know what they're allergic to.
Right.
You know every, thing of that nature. When you take over somebody else's child, you may not know that. And I found myself in that situation. Because my situation happened so fast, I'm like, what if he's allergic to this? Or what if he's allergic to that sort of thing? And that's something you're not going to think about, because I certainly didn't.
And how old was he when you got in this situation? Because that makes a difference.
4.
Too.
4
Oh,
years
my.
old. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so he couldn't tell me,
Right.
oh, by the way, Nanny, I'm allergic to peanut butter. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
At that age, it's like all I'm allowed to eat is ice cream.
Exactly. Or make chicken nuggets. I mean, this kid, I'm like, you cannot live on chicken nuggets alone.
Oh, Lord. Folks,
My son can. That's exactly what he eats.
Oh, they do. And cereal.
TJFinnauthor.com. You can go and get the book right there on that. But this is really amazing. Now, you've got another thing that I want to touch on before we get going, sizzlingmedia.com, which is absolutely, I reckon over the weekend, man, you were hanging out with one of my buddies, which I think is absolutely cool, Joel Saunier.
Oh, yeah, he's great. What a great guy. I tell you, I learned to dance to Joel Saunier, so I was quite happy that he came and did our Sizzling Summer Nights concert series.
Right.
We've had an amazing lineup for this series. Barry Rogers, who's my press agent, who hooked me up with you, who's also my partner in crime, and we put together this concert series, and it has just absolutely been a blast.
Oh, that's cool, man. That looked like a good time. You had Bob Mullen in there, and then Joel Saunier. You've got another one coming up, and man, I love this kind of stuff. Yeah.
We kicked it off with Bo Bice from American Idol. Bo Bice.
Oh, I love Bo Bice.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Edwards, who just
Jay's
that boy's man. He's going straight to the top.
He's a rock star, no doubt.
Phenomenal, yeah, and we had a lot of fun doing that. And my own granddaughter, Winter Dawn, she opened for Jay Edwards, and and I have to say she was pretty good.
That would be tough. That would be tough going on after her, honestly. I mean, because I'm just thinking about your daughter, and then I'm thinking about how Jay Edwards looks. No. His physique just ain't there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Hey, you need to be careful over there.
Yeah, I know it.
I love your event planning business, though. We are in a relatively small community up here that we're broadcasting to. I mean, it's over the course of, basically 3 counties, let's say. And Bastrop's about 9,000 people or so, something like that. And so I think that's a great business model you have. And
but they're close to Austin.
Somebody needs to emulate it right where we are. But I was, reading through all that you do. You also do things for businesses, correct? You go in there and you kind of analyze their corporate message, or how you can direct that and make it better from a marketing standpoint. Is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we work with a lot of business. I'm also the director of the Bastrop County Business Owners Association. And so creating these events like we do through social media, it helps enhance, businesses as well, because they have opportunities to market and so forth. So for the Sizzling Summer Nights concert series, we have Garage Oil Spirits, which is hopefully will be in Georgia before you know it. But this guy's phenomenal. It's called American Badass Whiskey.
Right.
And oh my goodness, guys, that stuff is dangerous. I'm just saying. So it gives them an opportunity to bring their product, to that market as well. And that guy, Ron Stone, he's a hoot, I tell you. But it's a lot of fun to be able to work with businesses and, marketing. My undergrad degree is in communications and marketing. And so I really enjoyed that, along with the other 9,000 things that I do.
You're a radio host as well.
I mean, honestly, she does it all,
Yeah.
man. You need to move to Georgia. We need to put you on out here.
Well, I was recently in Georgia. I was just on vacation, and we kind of toured around everywhere. I went up to the Smoky Mountains and went through Georgia. It was a lot of fun.
What part of Georgia was you in?
We were just, and I don't remember exactly the town, but just to the edge, and we were real tickled. We were like, oh, we're in Georgia. We didn't even realize it at first, so we were real excited about that. On my bucket list is I want to come see the Georgia Guidestones.
Hey, they blowed them up.
They blew them up.
They're gone.
What?
They're gone.
That was like 2 weeks ago. It was
They
a
blowed
topic
them
on
up.
our radio show.
Yeah, somebody snuck in and blowed them up.
Are you serious?
Yep, they're done.
I'm heartbroken.
Yep.
Thanks for breaking our heart over here in Texas.
But I got a buddy of mine got a moonshine still. I can show you that.
Oh, well, I'll take that. Moonshine's good too. I love it.
Oh Lord, now you got another series coming up here in another day or two in August the 20th, I think.
For the you're talking about the nonfiction series?
I'm talking about the Sizzling Summer Nights you got going on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, August 20th. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have Allie Colleen, Aaron Lacombe, Brody Castor, and the White Ellis Band.
Wow.
They're going to be performing here. It's our end of the Sizzling Summer series, and we are really excited. We're saying it's like an Americana Red Dirt Road country music kickoff into fall, because we are ready for some fall around here.
I'm with you. I don't know, man. I like the hot weather. Folks, we're talking to TJ Finn.
You don't know the hot she's talking about.
That's
TJ
because you're in
Finn.
Georgia, not Texas.
TJFinnauthor.com. TJ Finn. And then the Sizzling Summer, sizzlingmedia.com. You've got all kinds of stuff going on. But anyway, that's Joel Saunier. He sent me one of his CDs the other day, and I got it. And I called him. I said, man, I can't understand a word of this because it's all in French, man. The new CDs, guys, Prato. He's a mess. Yeah, he is definitely a mess.
Wonderful. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah, but this is a very cool book, and I'm glad you come on with us because there's a lot of folks out there like even raising their grandkids, and you never know where you're going to be at with that. But there is a dinosaur in my whirlpool bath, and that's that first question I was going to ask. How did you come up with that title? But we actually know now.
We know
which
now.
is pretty funny. Yeah, pretty funny.
My question is, does it have a belly button?
Oh, he's got a story. Dinosaurs have belly buttons.
I'm not going to check, but if you check, you let me know.
There you go. I'm with you, girl. We got to get to a break. Golly, what a great time I've had talking to you. I guarantee you. But anyway, we'll get you back on. I mean, you got so much stuff going on. We need to talk about the radio and all the other stuff going on.
The other books.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
All right, we got to get to a break. We'd like to thank More Insurance Services. Give them a call. They've supported us for a long, long time, and they got a weekend show. Say it, Siri.
828-389-4000.
Oh, there you go.
At United Community Bank, we believe the most powerful equation in banking is loving your bank, plus your bank loving you back. Our customers rated us #1 in customer satisfaction with consumer banking in the Southeast, plus #1 in trust. We've earned not just one J.D. Power Award, but 7 in the past 8 years. When superior banking combines with the highest customer satisfaction, it all adds up. Experience the difference at United Community Bank. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Now you can find More Insurance in Blairsville on Highway 515 across the street from the Home Depot. Call 706-745-2139 for a fast and accurate quote.
West Tubing Company is back and bigger than ever. Check out the new glamping cabins at Blackberry Hill or glamping tents at Brasstown Creek. Campsites come with fire pits, bathhouses, heated showers, phone charging stations, picnic tables, grills, walking trails, and are dog-friendly. Canoe trips take you on an adventure from Mission Dam to Murphy with fly fishing adventures on Brasstown Creek. See westtubingcompany.com to make a reservation. West Tubing Company in Warren. This is not your ordinary tubing company.
Today's word of the day, the Japanese word teppanyaki. Teppan, as in the metal plate on which the food is cooked, and yaki, which means grilled, broiled, or pan-fried. And if you're on the Murphy Highway, put this new education to work at Teppanyaki Time in Blairsville. Teppanyaki Time is a Japanese kitchen where your party will love Executive Chef Kim's fresh rolled sushi, poke bowls, fried rice, and yakisoba noodle bowls. Now open on the Murphy Highway next to Verizon, where it's always Teppanyaki Time.
Warm weather goes great with a lot of things, but one thing it doesn't go great with, septic tank problems. Now that would be a memorable weekend barbecue. So now's the time to get Cherokee Septic out to your home or business for scheduled cleaning. In the tri-state area, visit CherokeeSepticInc.com. That's CherokeeSepticInc.com. Fully licensed, family-owned, that's CherokeeSepticInc.com. Before small problem becomes a really big problem. Call 828-644-9385.
Young Harris Water Sports and RV now offering the Supreme Surf Boat line, along with Hurricane deck boats, Godfrey pontoons, Monterey, Chaparral, Bayliner bow riders, low pontoons, along with both Yamaha and Sea-Doo PWCs and more. Young Harris Water Sports and RV has the area's largest service center, parts and accessory selection, so there's no need to leave the mountains. Young Harris Water Sports and RV at 3676 Highway 76. Online at yhmarineandrv.com.
Let's go!
The Morning Dish. You can't blame Stephen Phillips for your business insurance going up 25% this year, but you can still do something about it. Business owners, you need to talk business with More Insurance Services, your mountain insurance agency in Hayesville, Blairsville, and Hiawassee.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Hope everybody's doing good, and we have got to get to the belly button on the dinosaur. What are you talking about over there? We never know with Mike Z.
Belly button, yeah. So over, it was a group of Chinese and U.S. scientists did some. I guess they used high-tech lasers. So you can do amazing things with high-tech lasers.
Yeah, like you fly. You like take a laser and you shine up at airplanes.
That's right.
Yeah. How's that work out over there, Steve? When people shine?
Yeah, poorly.
Yeah, so they were examining a fossil and found a kind of like a zipper scar on the belly, and they decided that means that he has a belly button. So that opens up a whole new.
So they don't come from eggs.
Live birth as opposed to eggs. Is that what this is about?
That's what they're implying.
A zipper. You shouldn't just zipper and then let one out and zipper back up.
That would
could
work.
be it.
Well,
That's
it's
my
really not
theory.
that surprising, though. I mean, you have fish that lay eggs and you have fish that give live birth, so it's not out of the question.
Variants, yeah.
What
They
fish
probably
gives
have-
live?
Some dinosaurs
sharks.
have
Oh,
fur, I
sharks.
think.
You know, that's interesting. So
Yeah.
it's live birth versus
And-
eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's so many scientific mysteries that are out now. I saw this article last night. I mean, think about this. Wrap your head around this one. Transgender woman who impregnated 2 inmates removed from New Jersey female prison. Now, just think about that. I mean, that is a scientific curiosity if there ever was
don't
one.
want to think about that.
I know. I'm amazed. No, look.
You're amazed.
I'm
Okay.
serious. I'm amazed, and
Do you-
I think that we ought to go back and study our
Steve,
biology and remember how all that works. That's
Steve,
amazing.
after the show, I'm going to take you out, and we're going to have a
Oh,
conversation.
no. I want to
about
see
how,
that either.
About how things work. I'm going
Okay.
to explain to
Exactly.
you later.
Because that's awesome.
Talking about studies. Now, here's something goes right along with it. They have studied, and they found out that dogs can help keep neighborhoods safer and reduce crime. New studies say. Imagine that. Is that something we didn't know?
Guard dog? Is that a new word?
Especially if they're
guard
German
dog?
shepherds.
Chihuahuas.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, they had a study on this. There ain't no telling how many thousands of dollars they did on this study. But, I mean, honestly, that's something we knew back years ago. You know, you have a big dog up there to bite them if they get there, but you got a little dog there to warn the big dog because, you know, them little dogs got them little mouths
Yapping.
on. And then you're bit.
That's right.
Man, you really got to try to keep up with this show, man. It's like, it's fast.
Yeah.
Transgender dog lays eggs.
Transgender dog lays eggs.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place this morning. Yeah.
We got a dang good show today, boys. We got a dang good show.
But speaking of dogs,
oh Lord,
speaking of dogs, over in England,
I heard this.
The English family their dog escaped, and it came back. I guess later that day. So
What is it, Stephen? RUNN?
This is a news article. It escaped. It came back later today.
So
There's got to be more to it than that.
Well, so the dog escaped.
It escaped. Came back
and
later
you
today.
know, everybody's really sad, and it comes back later on the day with a ribbon from a dog show.
Really?
So a man was out and he saw this dog, and this dog was wandering around. And
So he decided, I'm taking this dog to the dog
he
show.
was on his way to the dog show, and he brought the dog with him to the dog show. The dog won third prize.
Well, now how? I mean,
And then they got on Facebook, and I think it was the magic of Facebook that reunited the owners back with their dog. But now
So
he
he
has,
stole
he had third
somebody's
prize.
dog.
this guy, he needs a life. He's like, well, I ain't got nothing to do. There's a dog. I think I'll take him to the dog show.
The dog show, yeah.
Good Lord, mercy.
They rescued the dog from the streets of Crete. And
I don't even know where
brought it
Crete's
back.
at.
It's in Greece.
Greek island.
Oh yeah. I've been there hundreds
From the
of
streets
times.
of Crete to London, England.
Hey, everybody's wanting them electric car. I reckon.
I'm really confused. How did we get from Greece to London?
Well, the dog came from Greece. It was
Right.
a Grecian dog.
The dog wandered off, and
Well, they rescued the dog
Wait a minute.
originally, the
Okay.
owners.
Okay,
Grecian,
okay.
ain't that like a hairspray or
That's right.
something?
Grecian
That's-
formula over
Where's that
here.
great-
How old are you?
They come from dogs. Grecian comes from dogs.
Oh, this show has went straight down.
Hey,
a
Florida
rabbit hole.
family. I reckon everybody's wanting an electric car. So this Florida family buys their daughter a little bitty, nice little Ford, one of them kind that's like, what they call them when they half motor.
They call a Ford Spark.
Yeah,
A hybrid.
Hybrid. Bought them a hybrid.
The
She's
Spark's a
all
Chevrolet.
excited about her car, and it starts going slower and slower, and come to find out that it needs a new battery because the battery is no good. This is what is this little thing? I don't know what it is. It's one of them little bitty cars anyway. So anyway, they decided to buy a battery to replace. The battery was $11,000.
Yeah, no kidding.
The car was $2,000. Y'all see the problem with this?
Absolutely. You know, you see this all the time with these Tesla owners that get all bent out of shape because they take their car in to get serviced. The battery's down, and they get this bill for $20,000+.
I bet it's more than that.
Plus
for
the
Tesla.
software update.
Wait a minute. Wait, I told the car cost $11,000, and the battery to replace it was $14,000.
There it is.
Yeah.
Gee.
So
They gotcha.
that's what they call a throwaway car.
No doubt.
I mean, honestly, and all the money that you saved on going across the
Well, I've
the
seen
world.
pictures over
14.
in France. I think maybe it was Paris. They invested in a massive fleet of EVs, and now all those EVs are sitting in this big field, like hundreds of them.
I've seen that.
because the batteries are belly up in them. Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Keep
I mean,
employing the
at that point-
Chinese. That's who makes the batteries.
What
for us.
happens? They went back to the car dealership and they bought a car without a battery. You know,
So what
gas
happens?
powered.
What happens when we run out of the resource that makes the batteries? What is that? Packing?
lithium.
Yeah. I mean, what happens when that's gone?
Well, that's my point. We mine
When you get a
ton
bunch
of
of
that
kids,
overseas.
get a bunch of kids to go mine it for you. That's
Yeah,
right. That's what they
Isn't that
do,
weird?
don't
But my
they?
point
I
is
understand we
makes
mine
it,
it,
makes
but is it?
What I don't like is it shows you how much more dependent we make ourselves on that part of the world because that's where we get most of that.
Exactly. But my point is, you know, as opposed to other resources like natural gas, oil, all that stuff, what's the
Here's the thing.
Is it a finite amount of lithium left?
Here's the thing. Everything everything comes back. It's
There's
like,
more
you
on
know,
the moon, I think.
the bell bottoms are back. You know,
We'll just
you
tear
know
the moon
I'm
down.
saying, and then you like you got the mullets back. Everything comes back. So
Is
I'm
that
just
what you're
telling
trying
you,
to grow? Is that what that is hanging
Yeah,
around the
that's
back of
my
your
mullet.
neck?
But here's what I'm thinking: horse and buggies are coming back. Just give it time,
Oh,
folks.
Packy and I already had this conversation.
It's coming.
Well, so this says that this is according to The Guardian. In the case of cobalt, which is a material used in this
Right.
case, 60% of the world's supply comes from Democratic Republic of the Congo, where large numbers of unregulated mines that use children as young as 7 years old to mine that. So
the Prius owners out there of the world, yes, you're
Thank you.
on the back of
But you
child
raise a
labor.
good point because you're depleting a natural resource, just like coal, gas, anything.
We got
it's the
enough
same
coal.
argument you can make for any.
And have you ever
resource
seen
reason for this
a
stuff.
lithium mine when it's done?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like the sides?
It
of
looks
these
like a
mountains?
meteor hit.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
I don't even care.
Interesting.
I won't burn dinosaurs till I can't burn.
It's like that movie.
dinosaurs
What's
no
the movie
more.
would have had all the guys in there? Sylvester Stallone and Chuck Norris. What was it? The Expendables.
Expendables,
Remember that?
yeah.
They go to this island like,
Right.
yeah, we're
Right,
gonna
right.
save you, and then they leave and it's burning. They're like, hey, what? They're like waving goodbye, and the island's on fire.
You talking about celebrities? What happened to all the celebrities that's leaving? All of them got mad and were leaving. They still here. Why are they still here?
Where are they going to go?
They're leaving. I mean, you had all these pledges to move. Yeah, they were going to lose all this political stuff going on after the Supreme Court Dobbs decision and all that kind of stuff. I got a list of them here somewhere that Samuel L. Jackson, he was going away. Cher was leaving. I mean,
Is there?
when?
You know,
When?
honestly, are we going to miss any of these people?
They've got their real estate agents out there busily looking.
I mean, we
for
got.
Is that what it is?
mansions
We
for
don't
'em
need those
elsewhere.
actors. We've got Steve sitting here with us today.
There we go.
That's it. I'll make up for him.
Well, I do kind of like Samuel L. Jackson. He's got that cool voice.
You kind of look like him a little bit.
What's in your?
That's what I'm, instead of saying Denzel Washington next time I get pulled over, I'm going to say I am Samuel L. Jackson.
There's something different about you, though.
You just can't put your finger on it.
We got to jump to break, folks. We got Packy's Joke of the Day, 706-379-9770. Let me give that number one more time, 706-379-9770. And you can win all kinds of stuff, but you cannot win our pickled eggs.
You know, I forgot about the joke of the day. I forgot.
It's
Welcome back, Sherry. Take us away.
Where are we going?
We're going to do a break.
We're talking about more insurance?
Yeah.
Your favorite insurance company that saves you all kinds of money
That's the
because
one.
you're a terrible driver? 828-389-4000. Call more insurance and save some money.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like learning how that printer works. That's simple human sense.
In Hiawassee, you can find more insurance services on Main Street. Call 706-896-6172 for a fast and accurate quote.
Constantly challenging ourselves as a college means more learning opportunities, better teaching, more innovative programs, greener facilities, a stronger community, and happier students. Every choice we've made reinforces our mission to help educate, inspire, and empower you. Young Harris College. This is the place where your future unfolds.
Looking for a place to retire in a vibrant community where you can live, serve, share, and feel safe? At Hiawassee Park Senior Living Community, we are more than just neighbors, we're family. Visit our lovely community today and sit on a porch of our new independent luxury 1- and 2-bedroom cottages to appreciate the breathtaking views of Lake Chatuge and the North Georgia mountains. We have immediate availability. Make Hiawassee Park home. Call 762-500-2021.
Life's biggest moments call for unique and beautiful gifts. Let Davis Jewelers take away all the worry and indecision with a beautiful pendant, ring, necklace, or earrings. We've got a huge selection of unique pieces to make every special moment become an oh wow moment. Our experts at Davis Jewelry want to help you find the perfect piece for birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, and engagements, or just because. Find us at 417 Blue Ridge Street in Blairsville or davisjewelry.jewelershowcase.com.
Our young patients from 30 years ago have grown into mommies and daddies, and the Hiawassee Family Practice continues to take care of every growing family. Trust your loved ones with Dr. Robert Stallcut, Shirley Youngblood, and Ray Townsend for preventative checkups and those little sniffles and aches that just seem to linger on. Right next to the hospital on Main Street, Hiawassee, and most insurance is accepted. We know your names, and you know ours. That's how family medicine should be. Hiawassee Family Practice, 706-896-2289.
Don't miss the Summer Home and Garden Show this weekend, July 23rd and 24th in Hiawassee, Young Harris, Georgia. Everything for your home and garden. Free professional home and garden advice. The Home and Garden Show, Saturday and Sunday at the Towns County Recreation and Conference Center. Admission and parking is free. Sponsored by the News Observer, the North Georgia News, the Clay County Progress, the Cherokee Scout, the Towns County Herald, and 95.1 FM, WJRB.
The Morning Dish! Unlike the telephone company, you've got choices in the mountains for auto insurance. And when you deal with an independent agent, you've got even more. And choices mean savings. Speak with a local neighbor at More Insurance Services.
All righty, folks, 706-379-9770. Give us a call. Let us know what's going on out there. We're all over here talking to Packy and everybody else. We got a dang good show today. We got Sherry in here with us. Always glad to have you back.
Hey, we got some comments, man. We got Jerry Forrester. She says she got to drive the new Ford Lightning truck. It was fun, but she doesn't want an electric car.
I'm with her on that. The set of mufflers on an electric car just ain't got the same vibe as they do.
Yeah, right. You have to have a subwoofer.
With a Hemi. Hemi.
Hey, good morning to you too, Chelsea Henderson.
Hey, Chelsea.
Yeah, she's listening out there. So.
Good morning.
That's the thing you don't consider, though, and I've talked to a lot of people that got electric vehicles or had to use electric vehicle. It says, okay, you got 380 miles on this vehicle. That's until you turn on the AC, the windshield wiper, the radio, or you're towing something. I mean,
we were coming back through Atlanta a couple of weeks ago from Florida, and there was it was a Tesla. It was in the middle lane in the connector going right through Atlanta, about 45 miles an hour, and they had all their windows down. What do you think was going wrong there?
Oh, man. Yeah. They were low on power.
And that's the thing. Imagine trying to find a place to go charge your car out in the middle of nowhere.
These cars are stupid fast. I mean, honestly, I've got a cousin got one, and we got it, and we stopped and went from 0 to 80, and then we'd stop and go to 0 to 80 because it was so much fun. It's like drag racing. I mean, it's stupid fast.
Does your cousin know you were doing this?
He does now. But that is just so much awesome. But I don't know. I just think we're not ready for it. We're not. I mean, honestly.
We don't have the infrastructure in place.
Oh,
and I talked to somebody on the power board, and I'm not going to name names, but literally, if half the county went electric, the power grid could not handle it.
They're already saying turn off your power because it's straining them.
I mean,
honestly. But anyway, ain't nobody gonna call for the joke today, Packy.
Oh, darn. Well, I guess we should just move on.
706-379-9770.
Well, I'll play, but you're giving away today, Packy.
You're excommunicated, dude.
Hey, we've got some gift certificates for Brasstown Valley Resort. I had to go over there and get them.
Oh, bless your heart.
I heard that.
So,
and they let you come over there. They don't let Steven come over there.
Did you ride a horse?
They actually meet me at the front door.
Yeah, so
at the gate.
We've got tickets for horseback riding, so if we owe you some, come by and pick them up.
Hey, we had an Indiana shopping mall shooting over the weekend, and they talked about that. And this is, I mean, here we go. Gun control, gun control, gun control. I'd like to throw this out there because at the Indiana shopping mall, the shooter was shot dead by armed Good Samaritans. So there's a dude in there carrying a concealed weapon that saved thousands and thousands of lives. So now what do you say about that, all you folks that's wanting to ban all guns and everything else and take away our rights?
Defund the police. And
Honestly. What about this guy here that's carried a concealed weapon that probably saved numerous lives? So is this going to be headlines all over? Oh, this guy, maybe we were wrong. Maybe we should arm everybody with guns.
Well, think about how many actual criminals have legally purchased a gun.
Right. Zero.
Not many.
I tell you, folks, I think everybody should. I think it should be like the West, man. You ought to carry a gun.
6-shooter.
Yeah.
Stephen has to have more than 6 bullets because he can't hit the broadside of a barn.
I had a 45 one time, one of them big old 45s, but I had to swap and get one of them other kind because when I strapped it on my leg, I wore the end of the barrel off, dragging on the ground when I was walking. So I had to get one of them shorter ones. You know, I got.
Packy,
I'm
did you-
picturing Steven just like Danny DeVito and It's Always Sunny coming out there. It's like, I just started blasting in the news interview. We got Dr.
I was gonna say you got a
we got a doctor.
You got a
on?
victim on.
We got a
Dr.
doctor.
Davidson.
Hey, Doc.
Hey, what's up?
Man, we just hanging in here. We ain't never had nobody highly educated like you on the show before.
Oh, yeah, right.
Are you a doctor like Jill Biden?
What kind of doctor are you?
Well, you know me. I work there at Chattooga up at the ER. I just got home.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you saved a lot of lives last night.
Oh man, it was a mess. But you know, this is the time when there's a lot of people from out of town here.
Yeah.
This is our peak commercial. Actually, it's good for our economy, but it's a little stressful.
That's good for your economy.
Well, no, in general, he's right.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, all right, man, we're going to give you the joke of the day, and if you win, do you want tickets to Brasstown Valley Resort? You'll ride horse or play golf?
He's a doctor. Oh, you're going to do
You
horses.
gonna ride horses?
Ah.
Wow.
I guess I don't know. I'm not too much into the golf, but I do enjoy my plane, and I know you fly too, or at least working on it.
Yeah.
Packy's working on it.
Now, what kind of plane do you have?
It's a Cessna 182.
Oh, a 182. Woo.
I have flown with Dr. Davidson in that aircraft, haven't I, sir?
Yes, you have. I've actually Steve was an instructor for me way back when.
Well, I'm never flying with you, boss. I can tell you that. It's over with. Not me. I'm not. No.
Don't you worry. He can get it done. No worries.
Yeah, I can get it up. Getting the back down's the problem I'm working about. But anyway. All right, Packy, what do we got? You
All
ready
right,
to go?
here we go.
It's Packy's joke of the day.
Hey, new rule, you got to impersonate my laugh. That's pretty good, man.
Not bad.
All right, so this one is a dad joke courtesy of my dad. My dad sent this over to me, so are you ready, Dr. Davidson?
Yes, go ahead.
What do you call two guys above a window?
In trouble.
Kurt and Rod.
Oh, gosh.
That explains it all. The apple don't fall far from the tree.
Richard Smith, if you're listening, that was terrible. I'll blame you entirely.
I bet growing up at Packy's house, it was just a barrel of monkeys, man. Ain't no doubt. Golly. God, is your mom an alcoholic? Just asking for a friend.
Curtain Rod.
You should be ashamed.
You're speechless, man.
You should be ashamed.
Oh, man, bless your heart. All right, man.
We're sorry, Dr. Davidson.
Yeah,
Just go ahead and get some sleep.
Go get in the bed.
I'm headed there.
Hey, can we borrow your plane?
No.
All right, man, you take care.
All right.
You know, I haven't listened to the joke of the day a lot, but I'm pretty sure that was probably the worst one.
I know where Packy gets his sense of humor.
Teller, man, we've had some good Star Wars jokes.
We have.
Like, why do Tuscans, or how do Tuscans cheat on their taxes? They always file single.
To hide their numbers. It is pretty funny, I think.
We've had some good ones, man. You've missed out, Sherry.
Now we know why Steve
Dang
flies
it.
chickens for a living.
That's exactly it.
No, that was a funny joke. Come on. We got.
Hey, you know what? I have some news. I want to mention something.
Right.
You know, every year, the National Capitol Christmas tree, the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree, is selected from one of our national forests.
Really?
So this year they have selected, and this is the huge tree that's in front of the Capitol. North Carolina got picked this year, and the tree starts in Murphy on November 6th.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
So
Hey, really quick, I got one thing from Dr. Burr we got to mention. This is the Walk With Me Obedience class enrollment. It's the last call for this, so class graduates at Pet Celebration on 9/17, September 17th. So mark your calendars. Call Linda at 828-644-8505. And this community calendar brought to you by The Leg.
All right, folks. There's a leg. Y'all have a great day today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be back tomorrow. I got Super Dude 88, I think it is. Super Dude 88 on tomorrow.
249 DB and WJULAM, Hiawassee.
Well, look a here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
Play 90.
97.7.